Thanks for checking out 3D Products. I'm Donald Williams. This segment we're going to show you how to use AAT 505, the brand new product from 3D International, 505 Correction Glaze. Now this Correction Glaze is a little bit different than most of your glazes that you're familiar with. Most glazes are intended to fill. This is actually intended to remove light to moderate scratches. Be able to take, for example, this car was in a collision. The front quarter panel was the part that was repaired. The top and the rest of the car was not repaired. We could show you here with this light that this is pretty much flawless. They did a good job compounding, polishing, buffing, and painting it. When you bring it over the top here, it looks like a used car. And when people go in, they have a collision, they don't want to have the car look like they just had a part replaced. So 505 comes in, is going to be the hero of the day. It's going to remove these defects, be able to match this panel and blend it together with it. Now it's not intended to do heavy scratch removal, but it will do that light to moderate scratch removal, be able to bring out the high gloss and leave about 6-month protection on there with the Monton wax. And the Monton wax has high durability. It has a high heat resistance, so it's going to be a lot better protection, a lot longer lasting protection, especially in the summer months as compared to carnauba waxes. It's also body shop safe and fresh paint safe. It's breathable, so that the outgassing that has to happen on some of the fresh paint is allowed to take place, whereas so you'll be able to go from the old paint onto the fresh brand new paint, giving that new paint the same amount of protection that the old paint does. So we're going to jump into this real quick using the K58 spider pad. Now this pad, as we've shown in previous segments, has a lot of cuts in here. What that does is it opens up as the pad is spun on the rotary, creating 15% more cutting areas and more correction than that regular foam would do. And it would take this nice soft foam and be able to allow it to cut instead of really be more of an application pad. We have our brand new K99 flexible backing plates from 3D International. And that is really important, and it's a key part to it because it's stiff enough to keep the pad flat when it's needed to be, and also adjust to the contours of a vehicle. If you notice on this car, it's not really flat. You got larger open areas, but there's a lot of contours that go along with making a car look like this. It's a beautiful car, and that's what these nice lines and contours of this vehicle do. So having a flexible backing plate is going to be key in this. As we do so many times, we put a piece of tape just to show that you guys have a contrast, to make sure you realize the difference, to see the power of the correction for the AAT 505 Correction Glaze and much of our other products. We're going to put a couple small drops on here. Now spreading this out is not really that necessary, or conditioning the pad. This is a brand new pad. The 505 is going to glide rather easily and create a good conditioned pad right off the bat without you having to worry about any dry buff. It's got a long open time and a good life. So we're going to put it right here. We're going to turn it down to about 1,000 RPM, so you can go a little bit higher if you need. And we're going to do this with a rotary because it's so easy to use. We don't have to worry about making an adjustment with having a dual action polisher. This makes the rotary a lot easier. Plus you can go on again on that fresh paint. You want to clean that up a little bit more. There's a little bit of compound jam that's in some of this stuff that the 505 is going to help clean out. Go over nice and even stroke, overlapping passes. The slower you go, the more correction you'll get. Now obviously, because it is on a rotary, you don't want to just stop and have it sit, but you don't have to worry about going too fast. Get nice and even back and forth motion. It's so easy to use. It'll make it so that your pad stays nice and flat. Now again, the K99 backing plate plays a big role in this, because as you can tell, as I'm buffing here, this car is not flat. It's got a big huge contour in it. And there you go. I'm going to go one more time just to make sure I got it. See, there's no dust. It's very user-friendly. Stays on the pad nice and even. There's still material on here. Goes quite a long ways. Now, one of the most beautiful things about 505 is the ability of its cleanup. It's extremely easy to clean up. Not only that, but it makes any of the existing compound or polish that was left behind a lot easier to clean up. Remove our tape, show the gloss that we have here, and show the correction. Get a nice close-up on this to show you there is a massive difference between what was there and what wasn't. Now we've shown you the comparison of the 505 correction glaze and the power that it has. I'm going to show you actually how you would use it in the shop, or how you would use it as a detailer. Because a lot of times the shop's going to deliver, there's a lot of shops that will deliver the car looking just like this. And a detailer's job or responsibility is to go and pick up the slack. And sometimes you as an individual owner will have that opportunity as well, or have that unfortunate opportunity that some of us call. But this is so easy to use, it really doesn't make detailing difficult, makes it quite easy, makes it very simple, which then sometimes if you like your car, you have a passion about your car, you might enjoy this more. You actually might trust yourself doing it more than some of the detailers that are in some of these shops that are out there. So we're going to take the four small size drops, we're going to put it on the car here, give it a nice decent little rub in. Again, you don't have to worry about conditioning it. The pad's going to take care of it along with the combination of the chemical. And just going to keep it nice and low and go over it back and forth. Now, if you've noticed any holograms or anything that was done in the shop on the existing paint, remember we told you this is fresh paint friendly, fresh paint safe. It's not going to cause any flashing or any diebacks. You can take it and go right over that new paint, help level out any holograms that there might have been and increase the shine, and you'll be able to add some protection. And don't worry about going over these little symbols. Again, it's extremely easy to use and a lot of open time. A little goes a long way. So now, if you have these body panels or rubber, maybe some of them are a little dyed back, feel free to go over it with the 505. You don't have to worry about it turning white on you. Actually, if anything, it'll make them a little bit more black. Bring that color back. This is extremely sun friendly. It does not have to be done indoors. Now on a rotary though, you definitely want to try and have as much of a controlled environment as possible, because your heat on your paint tends to get up there if you're in direct sunlight. Gives you a lot of open time. Go ahead and take 505 correction glaze and put it all over the entire vehicle. Then you leave it on and go ahead and do all your trims. Do the cowl, do the tires, the wheels. Make sure that the car is now dressed, so then you're not removing the dressing from the body of the vehicle and doing the wipe down the second time. You're going to take and do all the dressing, and then because of the nature of the 505 and the Monton wax combination, it wipes off extremely easy, giving you that gorgeous luster that you're looking for and giving you that good 6-month protection. And then some of the cases where the owner had a collision, this is just going to bring that smile back on your face, because a lot of people, most of us, this is at least our second largest investment, and we want to make sure we take care of it. So for all of us at 3D International, we appreciate you taking the time, checking out how to use 3D's all-in-one correction glaze 505, part of the AAT lineup, along with the brand new K99 flexible backing plate and the 3D K58 Spider finishing pad. Until next time, I'm Donald Williams, and we'll see you soon.